Well, the German Synodal Way recently concluded its three-day assembly, an event overshadowed by controversy. The gathering voted to support changes to church teaching on issues including homosexuality and the ordination of women. One document calling for a reevaluation of homosexuality received approval from more than 80% of the bishops present. Another proposal on the ordination of women was approved by more than 9 out of 10 participants. And we go now to ACVimer, editor-in-chief for CNA Deutsch. AC, welcome back. Always so great to be with you. What more can you tell us about these two votes, and who are the bishops who overwhelmingly support the proposed changes?
Pleasure to be here, Tracy. It's been an exciting weekend, not only in Frankfurt, but for everyone watching what was going on there. The bishops voting were at first a secret. There was a secret ballot on Thursday. And then after a minority blocked the pro-LGBT document, we saw that now the organizers wanted something that was a bit of a public vote, if you liked, and the names were published. Those that were in support were the vast majority of bishops. On general, on all the documents, you had a comfortable majority, sometimes up to 90%. There are 27 diocesan bishops and over 60 bishops in the German Bishops' Conference, if you add the auxiliary bishops as well, Tracy.
Yeah, and I understand there were also some other controversy taking place over the three-day weekend. What more can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so it's not just about the votes that were taken or the documents that were there to be voted on, including on homosexuality, female ordination, and things like that. It was also the way that the proceedings were handled and came under a bit of a cloud right from the start, as I alluded to, Tracy, when the minority vote of bishops blocked one document. There were changes made. There were exasperated comments from both sides of the argument, and there was a bit of a crisis meeting for different areas just to sort out the way that the meeting was going to go on. It kind of derailed for a few hours there and then went back on. But as to whether this will all be implemented or somehow resolved or sorted out, that's something we have to wait until about March of 2023 with a view to the German Synodal Way, let alone the Synod on Synodality in Rome.
And AC, I'm curious, how did the faithful, how did they respond to this?
Well, according to some surveys, a majority of German Catholics don't really pay any heed to what's going on at these events. Whether that is because of disinterest in the actual topics being discussed, or whether other reasons there might be, we don't know. But those that are paying close attention on both sides of the arguments have, yes, put some emotional reactions on display, I might say very carefully. And the mood is rather exasperated on both sides of the arguments. So we've seen on the one hand a majority kind of being disinterested, but on the other hand, a fair number of arguments back and forth. And the dialogue isn't always as polite as it could be.
AC, we're almost out of time, but something else I want to talk about happening in the Netherlands. I understand it's no longer guaranteed for every Catholic parish to have Mass on Sunday. What more can you tell us about this?
Yes, that is in the Diocese of Roermond. It's in the south of the Netherlands, and it's one of the two dioceses that have a majority of Catholics, actually. But because of the lack of priests and because of the rising energy costs, they're saying that they can no longer guarantee that Mass is celebrated every Sunday in every parish, which was a rule they were trying to uphold. And as some observers might add, it's something that not all dioceses are able to uphold in Central and Northern Europe as it is now. So whilst it might be surprising to readers and it might be negatively affecting some parishioners, of course, it is unfortunately already reality elsewhere.
We're going to leave it right there. So sad. Well, AC, thank you so much for joining us today. Always appreciate it.